and then okay, can you see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yes, yes, I can see.
Okay, okay,
Can you
okay.
hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
So let's look at USDJPY. But before we look at it, let's look at JPYS, which is Japanese yen itself. Because if you want to understand USDJPY, look at JPYS. Uh, so JPYS, all right, JPYS. It was. Let's start from the weekly time frame. It's been selling and selling for the past month, for several weeks, for the past 6 or 5 weeks. Then something happened, last 2 weeks. Last week, it had a massive rejection and it bought a little bit. This week, it was now supposed to even close bearish. It was supposed to close bearish. But what we're seeing is a massive liquidity grab. This is not a liquidity grab on 15 minutes. This is not a liquidity grab on daily time frame. This is a liquidity grab on the weekly. What it means is that it's rejecting further sales. And he wants to buy. Probably this liquidity grab, if we go to 4 hours, we are now going to see bullish candles. All right. He's saying no more. I don't want to sell anymore. This is a liquidity grab. Whenever you see this, it's a liquidity grab. It means market may reverse, but we don't want to assume that market has reversed. So let's go down to daily time frame. You see on the daily time frame, market is trying to close, but it needs to close above this and even above this one for us to say, okay, we have really seen a market structure shift. A bullish market structure shift. But it is making that move. It also did a liquidity grab. You could see the daily liquidity grab, but yet this market is not yet bullish. But let's come to 4 hours to see what is really happening. On 4 hours, we are seeing a market structure shift. 4 hours is looking bullish. It closed above all this, but it needs to take out this and take out this. So what will happen on Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday, will really, really show us it will give us more insight about what is going on. What I am beginning to see is that JPYS will probably is more likely to be bullish next week, and I will explain more, the fundamental side when we come to USD JPY. So JPY. So I want us to look at the main range of USD JPY. We have um range inside the range. So I want us to look at the main range. This is the uh let me come to the weekly time frame. The main range that this thing has been trading under, so that you see exactly what we are looking at. So let me mark this. This is the weekly range. This is one of the biggest range so far. So this has been the low and price has not closed below this. And this has been the high. Trying to right. This has been the high. So everything that USDJPY, this is since 2023, since December 2023. This pair has been trading within this range. Let me remove this. This pair has been trading within this range. So this is a weekly range. So basically, this pair has been trading between 140 and 161. Now, let me explain some things to you guys. The US has a debt crisis. US has a debt crisis. Their debt is over $37 trillion. They have the highest debt in the world. Nigeria don't even have that kind of debt. If Nigeria has that kind of debt, Nigeria economy will collapse immediately. There'll be no country like Nigeria. But US is able to continue to, the dollar is able to continue to be strong because other countries buy US debt. And how do they buy US debt? US Treasury, they release government bonds. And when they release government bonds, countries buy, countries like China, Japan, they buy these government bonds. That is, you buy them and then they will give you they will pay you your money maybe in the 10 years time and all of that. So it's like a form of investment where your investment is safe. If you buy, even Nigeria release government bonds, some of those bonds they mature after 50 years. So, and that's how people, and that's how they make their money. But the problem now, so Japan buys a lot of US government bonds. They buy a lot of these government bonds. And the more that Japan buys these government bonds, the more it weakens Japanese yen. And when it weakens Japanese yen, USJP, it strengthens the dollar. And so you see the dollar going up, going up, going up, going up, going up. But every time the dollar goes up 160, 161, the Bank of Japan, they will intervene. They will stop buying US government bonds because now the more they buy it, it is weakening their currency. Just like in Nigeria, when people started, using dollar and buying dollar, it weakens naira. It weakens the yen. So they will intervene by buying yen, by buying Japanese yen. Every time they buy Japanese yen, it is reflected in the chart. Then the US dollar start going down. So USJPY will start going down. When it comes here, they also don't want it to go below 140. So you could see that the Bank of Japan and the Federal Reserve, they are trying to stabilize. They want this thing to be stable. So for the past 3 years, it's been, yeah, 3 years. It's been trading between this range. It has not broken this range. And as long as it has not broken this range, this is the range it basically will continue to trade. And if you look at probably the current range, it's been trading. Then if we bring it down, you could see this is the range high, this is the range low. Now, what a lot of people were expecting is that USJPY will, since it's bullish, it will take out this high and close above it with the body of a candle. If it has closed above it with the body of a candle, it will retest this zone, it will retest around here and keep buying. Instead of closing above it with the body of a candle, what did it do? It gave us a massive rejection here. JPYL, which is Japanese yen, gave a rejection at the low. Now this one made the first move. It gave a rejection and did a sweep. This is the weekly candle. It closed below the previous week. It closed below the previous week. And if we want to see clearly what is going on, we come to the daily time frame. The daily time frame did a massive SBR on the daily. And this is multiple break of structures, not multiple break of structures, not just MSS, market structure shift. It broke a lot of lows, did a massive break of structure. It rejected here, still tried to buy, came here again and rejected. Does not want to buy, it doesn't want to buy further. This is a massive buy rejection. And to show clarity where the market is going, it broke below the lows, SBR. And the market makers have made their money. So this thing happened on Friday. When the Bank of Japan intervened by buying more Japanese yen, they stopped buying US dollars. So you could see. So what by Monday, Tuesday, if we see the Japanese yen close above and do market structure shift, as this one has done bearish on, Japanese yen do the bullish on, what we are going to see is that this pair is going to sell. It has gotten to, like we saw, gotten to the premium zone on the daily. So it's probably going to sell to clear out this liquidity, right? Or probably it will come around here. I see it going down, but let's not speculate. Let's see how Monday and Tuesday. Let's see how the Monday candle form. But already this one has already shown you that it is bearish. So it's probably going to retest. When it retests around here, it's going to sell. Or if it keeps selling without retesting, we'll now look for probably where it will buy from to be able to probably go up to retest. Maybe it may sell, will come to this zone, this fair value gap here. But Any buy is a pullback. Any buy is a pullback. If JPY is confirmed bullish, temporarily, of course, then this one, the buy that this one will do will just be a pullback. It's going to buy. So if we come to 4 hours, you see the favor, bear favor that it's probably going to buy around here or here, collect orders, and then it will do a massive sell. Because the Bank of Japan don't want it to go beyond 160 for now. It has never gone beyond 160 in its history. 160, 162. And it's not even good for the dollar if it goes beyond 160. If it goes beyond 160, Japanese economy is having, as this thing is moving up. It's not just the chart, it's affecting Japan. India overtook Japan as the fourth largest economy in the world. People in Japan are complaining. Price of things are going up. In fact, they have lost their prime minister. One of their prime minister, their previous prime minister before this one resigned, and the woman is now their prime minister. All right, a lot of things. So people are not happy. Japanese yen is losing value. So Bank of Japan, they had not intervened for a long time, and they had to intervene. And this intervention means that this thing is going to cool down, probably to equilibrium, before any other buy move will happen. So they are trying to regulate it. It's just like in the Nigerian naira, when naira was going up, naira against the dollar, it was going up to 1,008, 2,000. The central bank had to intervene, and now they have been able to stabilize the naira to 1,004. For the past months, because you don't want the currency to keep going up and going. If it does that, inflation will be high. People will not be able to afford anything. So we want to see what will happen on the day. Probably it will buy a little bit and go down. We want to see what JPYS will do on Monday and what this will do on Monday. But what we are seeing now on the daytime frame is MSS, bearish market structure. But we also want Japanese yen to confirm bullish tone so that we know, okay, this market is selling. And then we can now confirm where we'll pick the sell order, and then where it will keep selling from. But it is bearish. It is bearish. So that is for JPYS. And of course, if JPYS is bullish, it will affect all the JPY pairs, including even GBP, JPY. So GBP, JPY, let me tell you what it is planning to do. The same thing. So this one has not confirmed sell, but it did a massive rejection. Liquidity, it did a massive rejection of buyers. It came here and did a liquidity grab. Let's look at the weekly time frame. Also came here and did a liquidity grab, saying that it does not want to buy anymore. So probably if JPY if JPYS confirms that it will buy, this one is going to close below and do what USD JPY has done. On the daily time frame, is going to probably close below. Let's look at 4 hours. On 4 hours, it's trying to close below. It's trying to, but it has not been nothing has been confirmed there. So we need Monday. That's why I always advise traders be in a rush to enter a trade on Monday. Let Monday candle, the day candle form. Let's see a clearer direction week. All right, so let's take a look. Can you still hear me? Are you hearing me clearly?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
All right. So
Yes.
one of our admins, Louis, have did a wonderful analysis on this pair, and he posted the video in the channel, which you can see. But if we take a look at this pair has been bullish, right? Look at it. It's been very, very bullish. So what is JP225? I took a trade on this pair on my profile and on my personal account, and I hit TP because this pair respects price action. That's why people love it. This is equivalent to SP500 in the US. JP225 is made up of the top 225 companies in Japan. The top 225 companies in Japan, they make up this. So you cannot easily manipulate this pair. This is indices, traditional indices, like the opposite of synthetic indices on the Derived. This is so many companies are here. So that's why you respect price action. It's not like gold. It's not like one pair that you can reverse based on trunk twist. No. These are over 225 companies. Even though Japanese economy is down, they are not as what they are not like African economies or maybe Nigerian economy. They are still like Japan is still like the top 50 economy in the world. These companies are doing well. They're doing well in Japan. They are even they show you why Japan is still like a world power, one of the world powers. So they are doing well, and it's reflecting on the chart. So, and it's been buying. This is a monthly chart. It's been buying since, this is since 2009, when it was 8,000, and it's been buying since then. It's been buying since then. And right now, it got to this high of what? 54,000. But let's look at the weekly time frame to really see what is going on. Now, it came to this resistance and it closed below on the weekly. This is a massive SBR on the weekly. But here it is at the weekly order block. It's at a weekly bullish fair value gap. So we want to see exactly what is happening in the daily time frame. You see that it bought to this zone. So let's mark this. You can see that it's been facing resistance in this zone. Is that it has not been able to cross this zone. It came to this zone and couldn't close above. Sold again, got liquidity. Because whenever whenever it wants to break a zone, it will sell, get enough liquidity, and come back again to attack the zone. Came back again the second time and still couldn't close above the zone. And now it's selling. And on the daily time frame, we have seen not just a market structure shift, we are seeing a break of structure, a bearish break of structure. It took out this low and it's coming here. It's coming to this low. But I want to first of all show you what happened on the daily time frame and how this pair moves, how it moves. And if you want to trade this pair, to show you and this pair why I like the price action on this pair. So you want to confirm first of all when it came to this. So when you know that price is a resistance zone, it came back to this price. You want to before you take any trade, and when you see that it is ranging here, you want price to break above or below the range. And what did price do? Price broke below this range. So price broke below this range. That was what it did. Price did this. The first time it did this, so let's come here. The first time it did this was even when it did MSS market structure shift. You go down to the lower time frame if you want to get a confirmation and to know exactly what is going on. Go down to the lower time frame. So let's come here. And this pair, it lies giving setups on 1 hour on 15 minutes. So let's go down to 15 minutes. I want to show you something. Right there. Okay. So was what he did on 15 minutes. He broke all these lows. He broke all these lows. So let me bring it down where it is clear. And you are confirming it on 4 hours. Because after you've confirmed it on 4 hours, you came back. You came here. Broke all these lows. And what did it do? You wait for it to retest. So this was it broke this low. You can see. You see my chart? You see my chart?
Yes.
All right. So you broke all these lows. You wait for a test. So if you mark the 15 minutes range, using your Fibonacci, wait for a test at the discount zone. And it has always leave. If you're using Nefisam, if you're using this Nefisam indicator, you will see then that there will be a very favorable gap here, showing you exactly where market will retrace to. It's just that this one has played out. So you could see 0.8, 0.7, our sell zone, normally our POI, sell POI, and that was where price came. So the moment it broke this zone, price will retest the place it broke below. You don't enter the sell immediately, you wait for the retest. So, and 15 minutes helps you for this particular pair. There are some pairs that their confirmation is 1 hour. But I'm telling you that if this pair confirms structure of 4 hours, you can confirm exactly where you will enter on 15 minutes. There are some places that the fair value gaps that are at the top that 1 hour will not show you. Of course, you need to confirm on 4 hours or whatever, but 1 hour, 4 hours for lower time frame confirmation. If you now want to enter on lower time frame, they will not show you. Only 15 minutes will show you those ones. If you come to 15 minutes, this was exactly where, let me mark this. This particular place is exactly where price broke below, and he needed to retest it. Need to retest this place, and there should be a bearish order block here, liquidity here. So then you put your SL above the 4 hour range. Some people, if you gain more experience, you can put above this range, but put your SL above. So immediately it broke below, it came back. So I always want price to, if price is forming a range, just be happy. It's an opportunity. If price start forming all this kind of range, don't do anything. Wait for a break that is very obvious. A break above or a break below that is very obvious. Then check structure on higher time frame, because sometimes a break below may be a manipulation. Price broke below the range to tap into to retest into an RBS and then buy. Just check the higher time frame to make sure that MSF has happened, that it has also happened on the higher time frame, that price has broken below, has done SBR. If it has done that, you can come to lower time frame to look for entry, right? So it broke below all these lows. You didn't even wait, you just want to be sure. This one happened and some people took entry, but you just want to be sure that all these lows have been broken. You just want to be sure. You wait for. So all these lows have been broken. So this is obvious. And then it came here. Exactly, that place that it broke below. It has not retested. It will tempt you by coming to 0.5. Do not enter. It will tempt you by, and you think that price has left you. Just wait for it there. Then it's sold. And let me tell you, so this was when? This was last week that this one happened. It came back again and bought. Now let me show you clearly what happened this week. Why a lot of people took sell. It came here and started ranging again. And that resistance, that is the resistance where it fails. Just like what USDJPY did. It always fails at that resistance. So on the higher time frame, it did a sweep. Instead of closing above the bottom of a candle, it did a sweep. After doing a sweep, rejecting the buys, it closed below with the bottom of a candle on 4 hours on daily. Started selling. As it was closing below, it was reflecting here. So the first time it closed below this low. So that's why I like the indicator. It closed below these lows. So you don't want to take this one. It has not confirmed. It closed below these lows and left a bearish favorable gap here. So this is exactly, so on 1 hour, you may not see this one. On 1 hour, you may not see it. For example, let's come to 1 hour. Let me see if this one is on 1 hour. On 4 hours, you will see, you will not even see it clearly. On 1 hour, okay, this particular one is on 1 hour, but you can see that the other fair value guards that are here are not here. They did not show on 1 hour. There are other fair value guards that where price starts. For example, here it's not 1 hour. For 15 minutes has all of them. That is for this pair. Like I said, every pair have, okay, look at this fair value guard. I start into this one, fair value gap. This one, we are not on 1 hour. Every pair is unique. There are some that their own confirmation, lower time frame confirmation is 1 hour. You will want to at least confirm on 1 hour. But this particular pair, once you confirm on higher time frame, then the 15 minutes shows you exactly where to enter. So you want to still be sure. This was when it broke, the SS was confirmed on higher time frame. You still want to be sure because there are some lows that have not really been broken. Price can still come here, use any of these zones, can use the RBS here and buy. You want to be sure the price close below this low. Price did. It closed below this low. And look at the fair value gap it used. It just came exactly to this zone and used its fair value gap. And that was it. And that was how the sell started. And it kept selling and selling and selling. And this pair is bullish, like I said, it's going to. So where is it heading to? Let's come to the daily time frame. Especially now that we say that Japanese yen is going to be bullish because the Bank of Japan intervened, and if Japanese yen will be bullish, it means that the Japanese stock will rise. These are the top companies in Japan. They will benefit from that bullishness as dollar is bearish already. The you see that EU went up. Dollar is already selling. Dollar is already bearish. All right, dollar is already selling. EU went up to 1.18. GU went up. These pairs they hit out a lot of people. Dollar sold. Dollar, kind of bearish. So which means Japan is relating to Japan will be bullish. So this pair is actually selling to come to this zone. So I'm looking at two zones here. Right now, why am I not just looking at this? Okay, let me see. I'm looking at two zones. Let's come. This one has marked. Let me come to 4 hours first. I'm looking at this zone and this zone. Yes. I'm looking at this low and this low. So let me expand this. Why am I looking at this low? I'm looking at this low because this is the low that created a high. So this low created this high and then came here and picked other. This low was supposed to take out this high. And it failed. Complete pullbacks become liquidity. So it is like the servant to this range. And it failed to do its task. Market will take it out. Market will likely take it out. Complete pullbacks. So it has played this low. It has had. It couldn't take it out. So if market comes, market may use it now as inducement, as liquidity, sweep it, and probably pick order around here. But we don't want to assume. So that's why we use confirmation. Then when we come here, market will give us RBS, even on higher time frame. And then we can use 15 minutes to confirm exactly where the sell will happen, whether it is here or here. So market is coming to this zone, this and this, and probably it's going to reverse around here and use this zone. Based on what I've seen for the market, it may use this as, because it has done this before. You can see this low created this high, this low created this high, this low created this high, and all this market came here and took out this one. All right, this low created this high, market came here, this high, yes, this low created this high. Now this particular one, this low created this high. This one could not take out this high. So when market was selling, market took it out, market closed below it. Still use this range to sell. So if you use the Fibonacci, you are still in this range. So whenever you are marking your range on the higher time frame, focus on the low that created the high or the high that created the low. So if we are to mark this range, so this is the range, this is still the range, because this one did not. If this one had taken out this high, this will be the range, but it failed. So this is still, for us, this is still the range, current range, higher time frame range. So, and if this is still the range, market may now take this one out, and there's a fair value gap here. They use, sell from, buy from here. But we still, market can still come and use this particular place. Probably it can still use here and buy. That's why we use confirmation. All right. So let's see what Monday and Tuesday will do, and then we can gain more clarity. But this is what I am seeing this pair. It's selling, but it's actually coming to a higher time frame buy. It's bullish on the higher time frame. It's coming to a buy zone on the higher time frame around here, and then it will buy. And if it buys, it should, we are hoping that it will take out this high. If it fails to take out this high again, it means if the next time it comes, it will take out this low, because you see since January it's been in this range. So it should, if it's coming here, it's coming to take liquidity, and hopefully it will take out this high. Something like that is happening on V75. Something exactly like this is happening, it's happening on V75. So let's take a look at V75. 75. Okay. The 75 has been selling. All right. It has been selling. Okay. So we have looked at this for 1 hour, but I just brought it so that it will not be too much. So you will see the high that broke the low. This is still the high that broke the low. All these ones couldn't break it. It's still this high that broke the low, and they couldn't break this one. So let's mark this range. If this is the high of the range. So they could not break this high. This is so as long as this is still the high that broke the low, kept selling, kept selling. This is since 16 December. These ones they couldn't break this low. They could not break it. So it's this high. So which means if someone was in this trade, probably and is targeting this low, this is when they will come out. This is around when they will come out. Because these ones did not break this low, now price has created a new low. Price will use all of them as liquidity. Price is likely to use all of them as liquidity, which means that if price is buying, so this is now the range now, because this market is trying to reverse. We have not confirmed, um, but it's trying to reverse. Let this daily candle close above here, and let's see a much bullish momentum, and then we'll know. So going to take out this, and probably come here. If it comes here and rejects, just like what you saw on USD if it rejects here, it's going to come down. So you will see market trading, in this range. Anyone it takes out, it will go either up or down. If it takes out this one, so for example, it took out the moment it took out this, it sold massively. Now it's reversing. If it takes out this one, you're going to buy. So what I'm saying is that the trend on this pair, eventually this pair is going to be bullish, but of course it's bearish. It's trying to come to this zone. And why did I say this? Because this thing has happened before. Let's use this smaller range. It happened before with this particular high. You see this particular high. So let's come to 4 hours. So this high broke this low, and then yes, it broke this low. Okay, let me see this 24 hours. This high broke this low and created this low. Yes, so let me mark this. It's like this high created this low, and this one, so it came to pick order on the higher time frame. On 4 hours, you could see some break. They couldn't. This it picked order around here at 0.6 of the Fibonacci and couldn't break this low with the bottom of the candle on the daily time frame. Picked order again, get to go in liquidity and couldn't break this low with the bottom of the candle. So incomplete pullbacks become liquidity, and because it couldn't do that, for price to get even a much bigger liquidity, price had to clear all these highs. So price cleared this and came to 0.7 of the Fibonacci, type 2 of SRP. Then price got enough liquidity that finally broke this low. You can see it. So that's the same thing that I mentioned will likely happen on the JPYs. It's going to clear that particular low that failed and probably go down to use the other one that still created a high. So you see this high that created the low. So the ones that failed to take out close below this low, price took them out, got enough liquidity from around here, and then sold. And now I'm seeing that the range is complete. Perhaps if market keeps buying and we confirm that this is a full range, it means that the market has done what it's looking for and is probably going to target this high. It's going to now clear all of these ones, target this high, and probably continue the sell. So we'll see. But there's something I like about this pair. There's something I like about this pair. I think I've mentioned it. Once this pair confirms bearish or bullish, it start giving you setup on the 15 minutes, SRP setup on 15 minutes. It start doing that. And yesterday it was doing that. You see it doing that yesterday. Okay, let me use this. You could see when it closed below, it came back and retested. It closed below, came back and retested. So exactly where it closed is where you should be waiting for it to come back. It closed below, played this low, came back and retested. And then this was when it changed. And this pair does that. There will be a time when it just keep doing that. You could see it, doing that here. When it was buying, there was a time it was buying, it was doing the same thing. It was doing the same thing. It's a pair that respects structure. You could see when it was buying, it was doing that. Close above, retested retested, and all of that. But look at the main buy that he did. Okay, the main sell he did. Close below retested, close below retested, close below retested, close below. But see setups in one day. And all of these things is money. Close below retested, close below retested, retested several times. At a point, of course, it will just speed up. It will no longer be coming back to retest. And then, well, newbie traders don't like this pullback. They think that it means that this pair is so difficult to trade. They don't actually know that it's giving you multiple opportunities. What it means, the best way to, when you see the pair doing like this, just if you close below, this will be your target, your 15 minutes target. Enter here, 43,262, come out at 42,868. All right, created a new low, you enter again, and then come out. So you just 15 minutes target within some few hours you're out. So you'll be using the 15 minutes. And if you enter in the 15 minutes, your SI will be above the 15 minutes range. Your target, the 15 minutes target. Because market can still, the reversal it will do on 4 hours, it can wipe you out. But if you just target the 15 minutes, that's it. You come out. Once the range has been confirmed on the higher time frame, and price has established a direction, a bias, and is respecting the bullish or bearish trend line, and is giving you this structure, so you can do it. You just don't be greedy. Use the 15 minutes target, then you are out. So that's it for the so let's confirm. Let it confirm the reversal, and then we can see what we have. Then let's look at VIX25 and some of the concerns I have about the pair. VIX25, it sold, got to the target it was looking for, and then started buying. You can see that on the higher time frame, it did an RBS, showing that it is bullish. It did an RBS, and probably it came down to pick order. But this is the problem I have with it, because a lot of people started hitting SL because this pair stopped respecting key levels. Okay, it came here and did a liquidity grab. No matter if it is this pair, it will respect this liquidity grab. This is a 4-hour SRP. It was supposed to come here and sell. Instead, it took out this. Are you seeing my chart? See my chart.
Yes.
It was supposed to at least, this pair always respects key levels. You could see when it created, even when this is not even a red candle, it came here and respected it. Any key level it respects, even the buy own close above came and respected. But since Wednesday, it's not even okay. It created this sell key level close below SBR. Market was supposed to come here and sell from, even if it will buy for, at least it will sell, even if it is 50%. It bought, hitting a buy key level, RBS, right? Making this space a support become resistance. So which means if it comes to this support zone, it will buy. Already the sell key level has failed. You are now waiting for the buy key level. And what did the market do? It took it out. The sell failed too. So if you are here, even with all the confirmation it gave you, hit sell. Took it out, and then what did it do? It created what? It sold further. And here it created a sell key level with a massive liquidity grab here, an SBR here. So which means, and even a liquidity grab, it grab liquidity. It means if it comes here, going to sell. It came here and took out this. Almost hit SL in this one. It gave me all the confirmation and all of that. It took it out. Came to this particular zone and use this zone to sell. Doesn't make sense. Not respected. Okay. And then we are waiting that, okay, this RBS is also a liquidity grab, a lot of rejection candles, even on daytime frame. We are expecting that this RBS will hold. It took it out again. So what is going on? Took it out again. This was when this thing happened, I said, no, I'm going to stop trading this pair for now. I mean, this is not normal. Is it respecting the buy trend line? Is not. It's taking out the buys. Is it respecting sells? It's not. It's taking it out. Even if you use trend line, it's taking it out. All right. Now, you will now expect that, okay, this pair is actually selling. Since he took out this one, that this pair is actually selling. Initially, he came around here and did as if it will sell. But what happened again? Okay, I mean, it's supposed to now start selling. Okay, since he's confirming sell, it's breaking support. What happened again? He took out buy, he just started buying again. And since then, he just no longer buying, it's no longer selling. He's just hitting out. If you come to 1 hour, he's hitting everybody out. And that's why everyone should be careful. Market can act randomly. I don't know if it is derived, maybe it's a bug, or they reset the algorithm. I heard that sometimes they reset the algorithm, but don't worry, derived is fair. But it may be that a lot of people made money from this pair last year, of course, and this time around they have reset the algorithm. We have to go back to study this pair. I will only advise V75 and other pairs. That one, you could see that one has been respecting key levels. So you could see this one. So I mean, the structure is creating does not make sense. Doesn't make sense. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, the structure is
Yes,
creating.
yes.
All this while it was creating amazing structures and giving people, but here, even if you use bullish trend line, you broke it. Bearish trend line, you broke it. Every RBS, SBR on 4 hours, disrespecting all of them. Except you want to scalp, and the scalping is not reliable. So that's what we have. What I'm. So probably is just that it's ranging and price action is not clear. And when price action is not clear, you stay away. Don't try to force any trade because it can wipe out all the money in your account. So for now, the one that I'm focused on for synthetic is 75. This one is respecting price action at least. You can see that it's been selling and giving us SRP, type 2 SRP. Let me see. Been giving us type 2, type 3, 100% retracement. Um, didn't give anyone here, but let's look at this. Always wait for price to come to. In fact, it's always just like one of our admins say, always sell from let price come to that extreme, type 2, type 3, because if you enter at 0.5, price can still take you out. It may do as if it will sell and come back and take you out. No, they didn't do this well. See, this one use 0.8, and this one liquidity grab use 0.8 here. Use 0.8 here, and then this one, the last one. So this is 10s. Use what? 0.7 type 2. And then since then it's changing, it's been ranging as if it's trying to be. It couldn't close below failure swing, and the price action is not clear. So price action, and its price action is not clear. This one, this is a smaller range inside the range, and if you mark it into around there, and that was the sell, just so since then it's been rejected. So probably it wants to come around here, and let's see. So let's see what it wants to do. Probably because now this high, just like what we saw in UJ and V75, this high was supposed to take out this low. If this high is failing to take out this low, then price will use it as inducement. So this is still the high of the range. This is still the high of the range, and this is still the low of the range. This is in an internal range. Yeah, it's higher time frame, but nothing really happened here. So this is still the high of the range. Means we are still expecting price can still take this out. Since this has been doing deep retracement, it can still come to 0.8 here. Take out all of this. Give us 1 hour confirmation. Always use 1 hour for this one. If it gives 1 hour confirmation for sell, then probably it will sell and take out this low. If it's buying, if it's going to buy, it will need to take out this high. But it's been respecting this structure. All right. Any question? Is there any pair that you? Okay, let me take a look at gold. The last one. And let me tell you what gold has been doing. Um,
Can you check on this 17 5 years?
Okay, 5 years. So gold has been buying, of course, for the past 28 months. And it's not just technical analysis. It's not because you respected your structure. It's because of the geopolitical tension, and that also because the dollar is losing value. The dollar has lost 99% of its value in the past 100 years. And because of that, people are now investing in gold and silver. And imagine silver for the past 10,000 years, silver has been at $33. It does not go to now. Silver has hit over 100. Silver has gotten to $100. People are even trading silver USD. So gold is buying. So that's why. So when people create structure for gold, gold will go during the week and create its own structure and buy from there. It's no longer doing even deeper pullback. So you could see it's not even retesting. Left this favor, left this security here, left this security. People are saying that gold is due for a correction, but Trump just issued a warning that he's going to give Canada another tariff. All this tariff and all these tariff threats make gold to pump. Gold, I will not be surprised if gold keeps buying and probably heads to 7,000 this year before the end of this year. Last year it started at 2008, ended at 4,000. It retraced. Now it's at what? 5,000, 4,009 already in 1 month. Over 9,000 pips. So but let me show you what gold did last week. This was, you see, it started last week by pumping after Trump issued threat that it will acquire Greenland. It was just pumping, not really respecting it. But be careful trading gold with your pro firm. Gold is pumping does not mean that you should go and just trade it. You need deep experience to be able to trade gold. So I focus on the pen that you know very well. Gold is surprisingly giving confirmation on 1 hour. And look at when gold was trading well, it was giving us our structure. You could see that's why I said wait for market to give you your structure. If it doesn't give you, you leave it. There will be a time when gold will stop and create the structure and give us the right structure, did a sweep and came back here at 3. If you go back, you will see, other times he gave us all that structure. But recently, because of all these threats, gold has just been pumping. And look at what it did. We mentioned that gold is going to come around here, even here, and gold just bought. So let's come to 1 hour and let me show you what gold did on 1 hour. So it closed above here on Thursday, showing that it is bullish. Instead of using this favor lookup, use this one and just typed it lightly. Just typed it lightly. And what did it do? So let me mark this range. So this was the movement that happened on Friday. 15 minutes, you understand good movement on 15 minutes. It was on 15 minutes that the movement kind of became clear. So this was on 1 hour, retesting the favorable gap zone on 1 hour, and then after that, it broke above. This is a 15 minutes range. It broke above. And then this range also showed on 1 hour. So let me take a look at it. Yeah. Close above. It swept this candle, close above, and came to for a test. So, but let's take a look at it on 15 minutes. So let me mark this 0 of the 15 minutes range. This was when it closed above, and also knowing that gold is there's a lot of tension. This one is you need to also have an awareness of what's going on in the world. A lot of tension that gold will probably buy. It has already done enough retracement, and then it came and gave this structure. So type 1, basically type 1. So it came, so after closing above and doing RBS, it came back and there was a bullish order block here. It came back, picked order here, and just kept by pumping and pumping and pumping. So it may retrace, but we don't want. So if you are trading gold, you should be looking at your chart. Sometimes gold may not use the price that you thought it will use when you were back testing. It may create a different structure. Example, when it was selling, look at what it did. Um, Look at what it did. Price broke below all these lows, retested immediately, and that was how gold started selling. Ranges are they actually blessing in disguise. Ranges are blessing in disguise. So on 15 minutes, on this 15 minutes, if you are using the Nifty to show you the other block, exactly what JP 225 did. It broke all these lows and retested immediately. And if you want to, probably you want it to, when it broke this one, it tested again. You broke this one, all the other ones. You want to be very, very sure. You tested at that zone immediately. Maybe your SL will be here. You reach small and then you target, you know that it's going to sell. Target 100 or 200 pips. So that was what could. So it to be observing what it's doing. If gold start forming, if the market start forming a range like this, wait for it to break below. Observe the structure on the higher time frame. If it is bearish or bullish, if it is a range like this and it broke above is bullish, wait for the retest. Alright, RBS, wait for the retest. If it is bearish, wait for it to retest properly and you enter. Even EU did the same thing. By 5 p.m. yesterday, which is shocking, on the 15 minutes. So let me show you, because I was also observing this. You can imagine the kind of loan that EU did. Okay. So what did EU do? See this, so it was ranging, just ranging and ranging and ranging. And this was the high of the range. Okay, yeah. You want it to break above or below. So you needed to break either above or below. So this was the low of the range. And what did price do? It broke above the body of a candle and it retested here. There's another block here, but this was where it retested using this price. Immediately retested. This was around 5:30 p.m. Within 1 hour, 2 hours, the kind of move it has gotten here already. So, and if you look at dollar, guess why? Dollar also went down as well. Dollar index. So, not this. Guess why? See the dollar. Let's see the weekly. Dollar closed below on the weekly time frame. Dollar is bearish. No wonder EU is bullish. So all the pairs trading against the dollar are bullish. The dollar is bearish. The dollar finally closed below. Amazing. And on the daily time frame, what do we have? Massive close below. And this is the same thing that USDJPY did. So USD pairs, USDJPY bearish, dollar bearish, and pairs trading against the dollar bullish. Amazing. So Monday we are going to see the dollar buy to a sell zone, probably around there or here. Buy the sell zone and keep selling. Probably that's what we're going to see. And EU will sell probably, and then pick order and buy. So USDJPY will go to a buy zone, buy to a sell zone and then sell. So the dollar is bearish, massively bearish. Close below. All right. Which pair? Okay. Someone mentioned it's 75S. Is that it? Someone mentioned B75S. The person here?
Yes, yes. V751S.
B751S, as you can see, is bearish. But it's struggling to close below this low. Every time it comes here, you could see the rejection. Every time it comes here, you could see the rejection. So far, price action on the daily time frame is not clear. And if the price action on the daily time frame is not clear, do not trade. It's not clear, but this particular candle is closing bullish. This candle is closing bullish, and if you are to trade in direction of the daily time frame, probably tomorrow is going to buy. So let's look at 4 hours and see what is happening. Close below. This one is closing bullish. It did a massive rejection here, and it just did an SRP for buy, and it respected it. Unlike B25, you can see the high of the range came to, this is type 2, came exactly here, faced a lot of resistance and is buying, which means it's targeting here. So rejected the sell and it's been buying. But of course, it's buying to a sell zone, probably here. It has not retested this zone, so probably if it gets here, it's going to sell. And since then, let's see what it's been doing on 1 hour. Mm. It did the same. It came here and gave us SRP on 1 hour. Use this space as inducement. You see, this low did not break this high, so price use this as inducement and tap around this zone and still. So this is type 3 SRP, and that was the main buy that just happened now. I want to see 15 minutes. No. Mm. It's not like V75 that does break and retest. So every pair have their personality. That, just keep doing it. That's ascending order. This one just it's better to enter at the entry point, and that's it. So, but it's closing above. It wants to close above, and if it closes above, which means next tomorrow is probably going to buy, and I want to know what will happen around here. It's going to face resistance around this zone. It's going to face resistance. So it's bearish, but it's buying to a sell zone. It's buying to a sell zone. Right. Any other question? Thank you, everyone. Do you have any question, any clarification, anything? Any question? Any comment?
Hey,
Okay. No question.
can you hear me?
I can hear you. Go on.
Okay. I was hoping like you make analysis like for the EU you talked about the sell
Mm,
zone.
okay. EU.
Yeah. The Nunapi I was interested on is that GB CHF.
Of course, you've seen that the dollar is bearish. That's why EU is pumping. Hmm. Weekly time frame, massively bullish. Finally close above this resistance. Interesting. Weekly SRP that kind of happened. On the daily time frame, you may see it clearly. This whole movement came here, picked order and bought. Liquidity grab, picked order and bought. They've been trying to break this high. It has finally broken it. Meanwhile, USDJPY could not break its own. This one broke. So more buys. But let's look at the daily time frame. You can see the same range, the same massive range. Finally, it's been trading. So EU has been trading within this range. Finally, it has broken it. Expecting it normally, it's supposed to come to this fair value gap. This one to buy. But price action this January and under this Trump administration has been crazy. You cannot even predict anything anymore because these days market seems to be driven by news, geopolitical tension. But this is the POI that let me come to 4 hours. You can see it left a lot of liquidity, left a lot of liquidity. But if I'm to match the range, the current range, it's supposed to use this place as inducement. It's supposed to come to this zone to buy from here or come to this zone. I'm expecting EU to sell. I'm expecting EU to sell. But it may not sell if news is pushing it, all this tension and the dollar is continuing bearish. It may just even pick order here and just keep buying. So for EU is bullish. It needs to, of course, any market that will buy will sell. We do a little bit of sell and then go up. We need to see what will happen on Monday to give us more clarity. But EU is bullish on higher time frame. It's completely bullish, very very bullish. So that is for EU.
Okay.
Now have more clarity about what it will do. It will, if it does not retrace and to pick order, it means it seems it has done a lot of retracement and it's been trying to break out of this range. So just like what gold did, been trying to break out of this range. So it may not even do that. If it doesn't, it may create new structures in the week, and then it'll give us clarity about on what it wants to do. And it's heading to 1.19. It's heading to 1.19. It's heading to this zone. So during the week we'll get more. It's not good to rush. We'll get more clarity about it. You mentioned a particular pair. What's the name?
Uh, Please, still concerning the EU.
Uh-huh.
You since price has done lots of retracement on 4 hours.
Hmm.
Like, is it possible to take a buy from where it broke the daily range?
From here.
There's a key level, should I call it key level? That's range, the high daily,
So
the range.
wait for the Monday candle to form. I'm looking. We may see a retracement. Wait for Monday and Tuesday. What normally happens according to ICT concept. Tuesday gives you the high. Tuesday, Wednesday gives you the high or the low of the week. So for a market that will buy, we may see the low of the week on Tuesday or Wednesday. Then during the New York session, market, the price will sweep that low, and then it will buy. So I see EU coming, back to is this a zone around here. I see EU coming back to get liquidity around here and then going up. So, but let's wait for Monday and Tuesday.
Okay.
By Wednesday, we have gotten clarity about exactly where to enter a trade for EU. People that rush to enter trade on EU, even to on Monday and Tuesday this week,
Please,
they hit SL. They hit SL. Where the ones that are clear for me, based on what we have seen in the chart, JP 225, Japan 225. That one is clear, it's clearly bearish, it's coming up. Maybe it may buy a little bit and come up and come down. It's coming down, and then it will give us a setup. And then if we get that setup, we'll post it in the group. Then USD JPY is clearly bearish, but during the week we'll see exactly where it's heading to. But there is no setup currently on EU or any of them that has already formed and is yet to be triggered on this pair
Okay.
particular. Yes. Okay. Any other question?
The GBCHF.
GB
GBPCHF.
And also
bearish has been selling. Wow, incredible. Been selling. This price action, this price, on monthly, nothing is clear. Weekly,
91S. That
yes.
pair.
Weekly is not clear, not really clear. Was supposed to close below. It closed below here and swept here. Closed below, tested. It just did a retest. It has spread out. The trade has spread out. The main trade has spread out. But this is not, it did not do a deep retracement, but the price action on this pair it has not been favorable. It hasn't been favorable at all. Let's see. So it's bearish. It closed below all these lows. Wow. It closed below all these lows. And this was where I picked order. It did not even pick this, as if this pair is not really respecting key levels. It closed below all these lows. This was where I picked order. This other block, fine. Has been selling. So he used this range. Okay. Could this something that has played
Yes,
out?
I did some back testing
Yes.
with the fib.
Uh,
It came out fine.
okay.
Although it's not giving that long run.
So you could see broke below this is a new range, a new range he created, and did all this range. You could see this one. Always know this, even though it did give you a type 1 or something. If type 1 0.6 market tapped into it, and this is valid, the first time he tapped into it, he could not break the low. He could not break the low. Incomplete pullback, it became liquidity. It means that market will close above it. So market came and swept it and still use our type 3 and is selling. So I expect it to come to this low. I expect it to come. And this was when the actual sale happened. It came here and range and range and range. And you think it will buy. It actually came here. This fair value gap to mitigate it again. And it's coming to this low. So what we have now is that it's selling, it's coming to this low. On Monday, it may just do a little retracement as if it will buy, but it's coming to this low. It's bearish. It's bearish, but there's no setup. Don't even try to enter this trade. Let it get to its target. So, but
Okay, thank you.
this is what has happened on this pair.
Thank you.
Yes. Any other question?
Can you also check on this 91S? This 91S.
$91. Do we have 91S? 90S. This is it. Always look at the daily time frame. Always look at what is happening on the daily time frame. You see it broke this low, came back to retest it. That is what the other V's, is it 70S is probably going to do. Broke this low, came back to retest it. Now this high has broken this low. Just broke this low now. If this candle closes, if today's candle closes below it, it's a massive, something that it has not done before. It's going to be, it's going to be a massive sell. We are going to see a massive sell. So it's bearish. But let's come to hours. Bearish. It's just been selling. It's not really giving us that. This was when it gave like 3, kind of, because it was facing rejection at that high. 100% retracement. Liquidity grab. It broke all these lows, showing you that it will sell, came back and sold. This was the last good setup on this pair. And this was when? 17th January. Wow, last Saturday. And it delivered. Since then, it's not really been getting any good setup on this pair. Let me see, 15 minutes. Since it confirmed sell, let me see. And even the break and retest is not really going well. So which means you may get a good setup on this pair once in a while. Once in a while.
Yeah.
Right now it's bearish. It has not really given any other setup since then. That main setup is still the one playing out. That sell setup is still the one playing out. As came here, did as if it will reverse. So look at what will happen. Some ranges are braces. If it breaks below this range, the body of a candle, then it will retest it and target here. So that's what I'm saying. If it breaks below this range, it's been trying to break it. As long as it doesn't break it, it will not sell. But if it breaks below it, it will retest here and sell. Let's see. There was a time it did it before. You see, when it broke below this one, these rows, it came here to retest. So you could expect something like that. It broke all below all.
So you trade on the 15 minutes.
The 15 minutes, this is 1 hour.
Okay.
There are some pairs that
I mean, but you trade.
yes, the
You
15 is 75 and JP225. When you have confirmed the structure on 4 hours on the higher time frame on daily and then JP225 is that the 15 minutes fair value gaps, some of them don't appear on 1 hour, so you will see it clearly on 15 minutes. Then V75 is that it does that break and retest the 15 minutes SRP. It does it well. It's not some pairs don't do it like this pair don't do it. It will just keep breaking and retesting, breaking and retesting. Every low it broke below, it will come back exactly where it broke it, retest. But it's not all the pairs that do it. Like I said, different pairs have different personalities. This one is 1 hour. But what I've seen that is consistent in most pairs is that if the pair is bearish, for example, and it forms a range, wait for it to break the range, below the range. The moment it breaks below it with the bottom of a candle, it will retest the range. So that was what it tested the range. So I'm expecting the same thing here. This is a blessing in disguise. If this candle breaks below the range, then I'll be expecting it to retest the range and sell. And then the SL will be, the SL will be,
All right.
yes, but of course, like I said, it has not really given
Okay.
us any good SLT setup. Last time we got
Yeah.
something.
I noticed this pair. This pair expect key level. Like sometimes.
I can see your respect. It broke this range. We tested.
Because
Yes. Interesting. Broke here. We tested. But it can range, as you can see. It can also take somebody out. You see, always watch out when you are in. That's why if you are taking these kind of setups, target the low of that. Don't use 4 hour. If you take a trade on 4 hour, maybe lower time frame confirmation, please come out at the 4 hour low. Come out at the 4 hour low. Did you see what happened here? So he broke this low, retested. So just come out at this low. Because if this low refuse to
yeah,
take out this low, if this retest fail to take out this low, they continue to fail and you are in the trade, market will use it as inducement. The incomplete pullback will become a liquidity. Are you hearing it? It means market will go up a little bit to get more.
yes, I can hear you.
We've seen it in UJ, we've seen it in V75, So so this is still the low that broke the low. These ones couldn't break this low. The same thing happened in V75. Market now went up, collected more liquidity, and finally broke it. So that's why if you take it, if you maybe see, you confirm your structure, you know your range, SRP, and you know your POI, and you come to 15 minutes or 1 hour to take an entry, you just use that 15 minutes or 1 hour range and come out. Because if market fails to break it and it keeps, going up and down, and you are still in that trade, eventually it will take you out. It will go up, it will go above you or beyond you. To collect order so that you can break it. It's not that they are hunting your stop loss. You fail to break it, and so you become liquidity. You become liquidity. It happened here. Now this one too. This is the high that broke this low. Market came here, retested, and couldn't break this. This lows. The low couldn't break it. This one, it came up here and I broke it. Okay, this one came up here too. But just don't be greedy. Once you get your target, you come out. So what I'm seeing in this pair is when it forms a range like this, it can give you opportunity. It's risky because it's just a simple RBS SBR. It broke below and then retested. This was it retesting. And I like this. It broke below all this. It needs to be obvious. Retest. And then it broke this low. And after breaking this low, this is 1 hour. So this one probably works on 1 hour. After breaking this low, it retested here. But look at what it did. And that's why your stop loss, you should study the particular pair to know where to put your stop loss. It wicked out. So your stop loss probably should be around here. If you tested, okay, it should be at this high. Okay, didn't clear this high. And then since then, you broke this one and just did a simple retest. Because it did not come back to retest it, this is it coming back to retest it. It didn't really come back fully. If you are waiting for it here, you have missed it. Broke this one, retested here, tested. Broke this one, did not do it, just a small retest did. Broke this one. This is it doing retest. And just started ranging. So if you break this, I see it, I see, but I will not advise anybody to, okay, I will not advise you to sell here because this is not ours. This is not SRP. SRP, you sell at a discount, you sell at a premium zone. So the premium, this is no longer a premium zone. You are trying to sell at a discount zone at the low of the low. The main sell has happened. Market can reverse and take you out. Do you understand me? This was where you were supposed to sell. When it got to this premium zone, when it got to this premium zone, that's why USDJPY that sold at the premium zone. Once it comes back to pick order, we can enter the sell. This was where you're supposed to sell and target here. Maybe if you missed it, maybe you take another sell. But now it's at a discount zone. And anything can happen. This is also another resistance. Every time it comes to, you could see it has been trading within this range, this one and this one. It can come here. If it fails to break here, it can reverse. So it's a discount zone. Don't sell at a discount zone. You should sell at premium zone. So there's no setup, no higher time frame setup right now, except you want to scalp by doing that if it breaks the range you enter, but it's still risky. Just scalping, but it's risky. All right, thank you everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.